Yeah, Lover Show, y'all backspin on Sirius XM. Mr. J. Anthony Brown is here. Thanks for being here. A veteran of radio.
Man,
y'all know this man's voice from the Tom Jordan Show in the morning. Y'all know this man's voice for
Talk
over
about me
15
like
years.
I was doing radio at the Last Supper.
Let me tell you something, Jay. And more than a great radio personality and actor, he is one funny fucking stand-up comedian. Let me tell you something. Yes.
Oh, shit.
Let me tell you something. I think it might have been last year you came through and did the NJ Pack. You were on the show with D.L. Hughley. And
sure
Smokey Suarez was on that show. I think Cheryl Underwood was on that show.
On it, man.
And you.
Man.
And
we had
I told
time, man.
my wife, I said, I'm going to tell you something. And D.L. was headlining. I said, I know you love D.L. Hughley. I said, but let me tell you something. J. Anthony Brown's about to fuck this whole spot up. And I was absolutely correct. When I tell you had me, man, like
but
tears
you know, man,
coming out
I'm
my
telling
eyes.
you, man, New York, when people, when I first started comedy, I said, I got to play New York audiences. I got to come up here. And I came up here, and they ate my fucking lunch, man. They just like, it was just like, you don't know, I'm a little country boy. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina, and I actually started in Atlanta. So New York is just a place you got to come and work. You got to come up here, and it was fortunate that I finally got it to work. That night you saw me, but had you seen me earlier, there was some nights at Dangerfield was like, and if you bomb, if you're a bad comic, the other comics don't even touch you, man. They don't want to catch what it is you got, man. So it's starting to work. I mean, I love New York audiences. Love coming up here.
Do you still love to get on that stage?
I don't know about you in performing, but when I get ready to go on stage, I am so nervous.
Me
it's
too.
Like, man, it's like I can hear him introducing me. I can hear him introducing me like, oh shit, I don't want to go out there. Maybe I should go do something else. This one time when I was married, I'll tell you about that another time. I'm hearing them introduce me, and I'm like walking around pacing, and my wife at that time was saying, maybe you need to do something else, because this ain't working out for you. But once I get up there, it works. But before, it's like, man, my nerves are. It's very scary.
Still to this day.
To this day, man.
I thought I was the only.
No, hell no, man. You do? Oh, I can't take it.
I pray.
Because you don't know what the fuck they gonna do out there, man.
That's
it's like
right.
a room. It take one to turn this shit out.
That's
man.
right. That's one. To take that one person to go.
You know,
and
to say blah 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 whatever. I don't know what they can say. Anything. So yeah.
And I've seen it happen to a multitude
Oh my
of comedians.
God. But as a comedian, the funniest thing in the world is to watch another comedian bomb.
Yes, it is.
It's the funniest thing. I don't know this. I don't know why. I don't know why.
I'll tell you my favorite part of it, J. Anthony. If y'all just joined us, J. Anthony Brown is here. Is when I'm hosting and another comedian bomb.
Guys, is that the what? No. What I tell you what's better is when a guy comes and says, I'm a comic, I'm from Cleveland, I'm real funny, I work around the club, you need to see me, let me go up, and he goes up and he bombs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a lot of fun. Oh, that's fun.
And then you gotta come up behind them. And the worst thing about bombing is not just that. It's not bombing if people start making noise and saying stuff to you. It's bombing when it's completely quiet. And you can hear tumbleweed going on through the club. And you throw your best shit out there, nobody's out.
It is the worst. The first time, one of the times I came up to New York and I was getting ready to do a television show. I don't even remember the name. So I said I'd work at Dangerfield. So they said, well, if you go up on the first show, I go up on the first show, I bomb, I suck. I mean, I really bomb. He said, well, maybe you're not a first show guy. Maybe you should go up second. So I go up second and I bomb. He said, I understand it. You're just a different type of guy. You should go up last. And and by the third time, the comics, they don't even speak to you. They don't even touch you because, like I said, they don't want to catch it. So hey, it's the worst. It's the worst feeling and the best thing you can watch if you're a comedian.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
You gotta have it. You gotta do it.
You
man.
gotta have it.
I just seen Ed save a few guys. They bomb out, and Ed'll have to come out and fix that right up.
Bad, man. It's bad. And you know what I hated? I hate the worst though. If you bomb.
Yeah.
And I think we've all had those nights. I've had nights when I stepped off and I was like, okay, but that wasn't that good. When you bomb, at least know how to cut your shit short.
Yes. Right? Yeah, but it's like your feet are stuck to the ground and you keep thinking in your mind, well, maybe if they didn't like that one, they'll like this one, and you can't leave. And then the worst thing about bombing is people will come up to you and say, I thought you were pretty good.
No, you wasn't.
No, you wasn't.
Not
No,
at
you
all.
wasn't.
Not at all. You're also known from the Ricky Smiley television show.
Yeah, and Drumline, the movie that's on every 20 minutes.
That's right, and Drumline. Well, that's good.
I was watching.
You get another $3.15
No,
check.
less than that. I think 9 cents. I got a check for 9 cents.
It's funny because people still think people swear that you get rich every time that shit's on
Man,
television.
I
Right?
had my baby mama. She would call me every time that fucking movie came on. You making money? I just saw you on television. I'm like,
Oh man.
I don't get that money, man.
Oh,
I remember when I was working for Arsenio Hall, man, when Arsenio was a writer on the show, and Arsenio would talk to the writer standing on the side. So she thought every time the camera panned over there, we were making extra money. I'm like, I saw you on TV getting extra money, so I just stopped standing over there. She kept calling and shit, man.
Now that's interesting. You wrote for Arsenio during this whole time on?
The first show, not the second show.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking
I really thought the second show was good. And I tell you what really hurt Arsenio on the second show. He couldn't get the big guests. It's the same thing with some of these some black artists. They have no problem going over to Jimmy Fallon and dancing and moonwalking and whatever the shit it is they'll do. But they wouldn't come to Arsenio. I mean, the big guests wouldn't go.
Yeah.
They just would not go, and that kills the show.
Yeah, that kills the show.
You know?
Damn.
Automatic. How long did you write on the first show?
I wrote on the first show for about 5 years. I was there 5 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was there. I think I started like a month or 2 months after the show was on the air, and it was a lot of fun.
Write monologue.
Yeah, writing monologue, writing jokes and everything. You know,
Right.
so it was a lot of fun. Yeah, writing jokes for Arsenio.
Do you enjoy writing or performing?
No, performing. I wouldn't. I wrote on Steve Harvey's show, but I would never.
On the Steve Harvey show with the kids and
Yeah.
Okay.
It's called Me and the Boys.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I
wrote on
remember
that,
Me
I
and
wrote on
the
that
Boys.
show, and I wrote on the Sinbad show, and then Ice Cube had a show for about 20 minutes, but then he made everybody get butt naked, and then the show went off the air.
Which one was that? Are we there yet?
No, Ice Cube, Ice-T. Ice-T had a show where it was supposed to be like old films and stuff like that. But Ice-T came to work one day and said, "Who wants to get butt naked?" And he filmed it, and the producer's like, "Okay, we need to end this right now. This people don't know how to act."
Take Anthony Brown is here with us. He's just joining us. So you do prefer your performance? Now, tell us about your club. You have a club.
I have a club in Los Angeles. If you come out by the airport, it's called the J Spot. It's over Subway. And I always tell people that if you have an accident up there or fall or some shit like that, I'm gonna drag you down the subway because they got better insurance. It's called the J Spot. We've been open about 10 years. Me and my son opened it, and it's still operating. So if you come to LA, man, check it out.
Okay, definitely.
Hurry.
Definitely.
Hurry.
I want to perform there.
It might close. Hurry.
Is that difficult?
Oh,
Running a comedy
it's
club?
really tough, man. You know, it's the same problem anybody, you know, somebody said this and I don't know where I got it from, but sometimes the hardest thing for a black person to do is work for another black person. Or to
Okay.
really reach out and help them. And so that's a problem that I have in terms of being a black club owner where they won't come to my club, but they have no problem going up to the Comedy Store or the Laugh Factory.
And working for $25
fucking dollars on Negro night because they only have one fucking night. But they won't come to my club. And, you know, I don't want to call anybody out, but that's just the nature of the beast. You know?
Yeah, and it's amazing because I was talking to my cousin Talent, and he was telling me that.
It's the same shit.
$25.
$25, but they'll
and
go
these dudes are lined
Oh, yeah.
all the way down the block and around the corner to get
Nelly
on
Mel
stage.
was making that back in the day.
Yeah.
$25.
And you say, well, could you come to the J Spot and say you in the hood? And I'm like, nigga, you pass my club going to the airport to work the white club. So,
Right.
So it is what it is. But you know what? I've learned not to focus on that and develop new talent. There's a lot of new guys and girls and black, white, Hispanic people who are looking for places to work. So I'll use my club to develop talent. And that's basically what it's all about.
Who are your comedy heroes, Jay?
Oh my God, man! I mean, you got to go with Pryor. You know, Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor. But then for me, you know, I'm old school. The people like Jonathan Winters, Red Fox.
Oh, hilarious!
You know, Moms Mabley. I never knew Moms Mabley liked women until I saw the special.
Yeah. I didn't either. Until you saw the documentary.
I didn't know. I didn't know she was Mr. Mabley.
Yeah, I didn't know that about Mom.
Yeah. So who do you like?
The same people you named. Those are
Right.
the people that Pryor, Red Fox, you know, Jonathan Winters, all of those people. Because my mom used to take her Richard Pryor and Red Fox albums and hide them in the top of the closet so that we wouldn't, but we knew where they were. So when she went to work, we had a good 4 hours before she came home after we were home from school. So we sneak them down
and then
we listened to them.
Nice. Yeah. Did you ever see Pryor work? Were you fortunate to see him?
No, I wasn't fortunate enough to see him work. But I've known Paul Mooney for so long.
Oh, that brother, man. I'm here to tell you, Paul Mooney is one of the funniest, meanest people I've ever seen. We were in the club right one time over at Caroline's, and I'm talking to Paul, and he's just brother, interview. Yeah. And this dude, just innocent, man. He had a plate of chicken wings. I'll never forget it. He said, "Mr. Mooney, can I take a picture with you?" He said, "Motherfucker, don't you see me talking to my friend?" And the guy went back over, and he never touched his wings. He was just sitting there looking at Paul like, this motherfucker.
I was at Caroline's with Paul Mooney. We did a co-headline. Remember, we did a co-headline with Paul Mooney. And he kept referencing me because I'm sitting at the table. And then, I went on first, and then Paul came on after me, and he just kept referencing me. And the white people were getting up and just walking out. And I don't give a fuck, you white motherfuckers.
He loves it when the room's empty. He loves it. I mean, it gives him such joy. Go home, you motherfucker. Oh, somebody black has killed all your kids.
He'd sit there with a microphone, or just sit there. I mean, you know how other comedians are up bouncing around? No, not Paul. It's just him, the microphone, and the white devil. And he murders every white person in the room.
They pay. It's mostly white people coming to see him.
And he talked bad about it. He talked so bad about it. I heard one of the funniest jokes I ever heard anybody tell came out of the mouth of Mr. Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney said, and I quote, "If Magic got AIDS, I want the kind of AIDS that he got. Because that nigga ain't got AIDS, he got financial AIDS." All them motherfucking Starbucks and shit. My God, did I laugh at that shit. Hilarious, yo.
So how do you like compared to doing radio and stand-up? You like both?
They work together, radio, right? But I love stand-up.
Now, how often do you work out?
I'm working all the time.
Really?
Yeah, all the time. Every week. But I have the fight that you probably had a long time ago. Maybe sometimes you still have to put up with it. The janky promoter wants to underpay you.
Well, when you hear the phrase, let me holler at you. When you find yourself in the kitchen by the ice machine and the dude says, "Let me holler at you, man," you know he ain't got all your money.
Absolutely great having you, my friend.
Good to be here. You have to say New York. I'm up in New York. And ask the question, does Brooklyn in the house? You always have to say that.
Yeah, because Brooklyn's always in the house.
I don't give a fuck where you are. Brooklyn's in the house.
You ain't lying. You are not lying. You are not. I did that shit in Russia. I promise you.
Yeah, it's Brooklyn.
I was on stage in Russia. The funny shit is how we got to Russia is the guy who did this thing called the Festival of the White Knights. He scared me to death. I thought Ku Klux Klan. But they call it the White Knights because the sun go down for 1 hour and then it pops right back up. So we're in Russia and I'm on stage and I'm like, yo, is Brooklyn in the house? In Russia.
That's crazy.
I'm like, how the fuck y'all get here? Ain't no A train nowhere around here. But Brooklyn is everywhere.
Brooklyn's in the house.
Absolutely every. Would you like to do television again?
Yes, I would love to do it.
And what happened with the Ricky Smiley show?
Well, we did about 52 shows, and then it kind of ran its course. Roger Bob is the guy who created it, along with Ricky and Yolanda Starks.
Right.
And so I just got through talking to Roger Bob about doing a show on my own. So I've never had my own show, so my idea was like to do. You're not gonna steal my idea.
No. I know about this.
Ed, you sure? Because I'm gonna tell it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
You sure you're not gonna steal?
I'm not gonna steal. I promise.
Just promise me.
I promise.
I would like to do like a Sanford and Son type thing. Not like, you can't fill his shoes, but this time with a lady where, it's a female and we're running some sort of business. So he seemed to like the idea. So
that would be dope.
That's what I'm working on. Along with a podcast that I'm doing about the J Spot. I'm not a podcast, a web episode.
Okay.
A reality show about how tough it is to run a comedy club, man. You
It
know,
is tough.
it is the toughest thing I've ever done. You know, kind of like a Sweetie Pies, and then showcase new talent. So
Right.
I would love to do that, definitely. You